you were to ask me how I was doing with my eating disorder, I'd probably tell you I was recovered, or I'm doing really well, because I haven't binged or purged, I should say, in a really long time. But I still go through restrictive phases, but I mostly consider them dieting, so it must be okay. I still have a lot of anxiety. Um, I have a lot of anxiety about food shopping, and it comes down to mostly crowds, and also because I'm on food stamps. And when you're on food stamps, people are looking at you. They're looking at what you're buying. They're judging you for what you're buying. And it's not like I'm out there spending $180 on junk food. I have $16 in food stamps, and I got to make that last for a couple weeks. So yeah, I'm buying spaghetti sauce, and ramen noodles. But I'll stand there in the aisle and I'll look at them. I'll think, should I really be buying this? Is this okay? Am I going to be okay eating this one later? Or should I just completely forget about it? So I'll buy canned fruit, or I'll buy fresh fruit, and then fresh fruit only lasts me a couple days, because that's all I'll have in my fridge, because I'm not capable of going out and buying for the entire month. If I had the money to do it, I couldn't do it. Bulk shopping for me is impossible. Even the thought of going out and buying a huge amount of food at once makes me really uncomfortable again, because people are going to look at you. You got a shopping cart full of food. Oh God, she's paying for it. Food stamps. And I'll come home and I will become overwhelmed at this huge amount of food that'll be in my cupboard and my fridge. And I'll want to eat something healthy. And nothing to me looks healthy, because I'm sitting there reading, oh, this has low calories, but it also has a lot of fat, has a lot of sodium. I'm not supposed to have sodium because I take lithium. And the lithium should stop these manic thoughts, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Going out and exercising, I'll start off exercising as a normal thing. It's like, okay, I'm stressed out, I'm having anxiety, people tell you to exercise, and then I completely overdo it. It comes to the point of exercising myself to the point of exhaustion and still feeling fat at the end of the day. It's me also experiencing my own gender dysphoria, where I can't look at myself without seeing breasts and hips, and I wish they didn't exist, and I wish I knew what I would look like without them. Would I feel like I was skinnier if I didn't have these huge mounds of fat attaching themselves to my body like parasites? I don't know. Would I be more comfortable with myself if I were a boy? I don't know. Maybe I would have been raised differently. Maybe I wouldn't have compared myself to everybody else. And I often wonder what might have been different. What if I had been able to talk to somebody about this growing up? If I had some help. And I still have some help, but I feel like people are going to get tired of it, because I've been going through this process for years. I'll have a period of time where I'm okay, and then I wake up one day and I'm not okay. And these periods of time where I am okay, they've been getting longer. I don't think I've had this eating disorder thinking for about a year now. And then I wake up and it's there again. And it piles down on top of me. And I'm really glad I'm going to therapy today so I can talk to my therapist. I haven't quite discussed this with her yet. And I'm afraid of what her reaction is going to be. Not in a judgmental sense, but I feel like she's going to give me the same advice that they always do. They tell you if you're afraid of gaining weight, eat healthy, but eating healthy becomes an eating disorder in and of itself, because I'll have salad and fruit, and then the minute any kind of unhealthy option comes along, I can't eat it because it terrifies me. I need to have my own form of healthy balance, and even then it doesn't always work. Talking to other people about this means them talking about dieting. I can never talk about dieting. Talking about dieting, it will be a huge trigger for me. Um, People will tell me how many calories they ate that day, and then I start remembering when I had to write down calories, and I was eating something like 867 calories, like a very specific number. And I'd food journal, and that's something that they tell you when you're recovering from an eating disorder. Food journal. Food journaling for me was the worst thing I could ever do, because I would start out doing something healthy. I'd have regular breakfast, regular lunch, regular dinner, small snack, and then I would slowly start cutting back. So instead of having oatmeal, coffee, juice, and an apple, I would only have the apple and the coffee. And then for lunch, instead of having what they gave us in school, I would have half a muffin and coffee, regular dinner. And then I just would just keep cutting back until all I had for 2 days was coffee, and I was exhausted and hyped up on caffeine. So this is what I'm dealing with right now. It's looking in my cabinets and realizing I didn't buy the right kind of food and I can't fucking eat any of the food in there. So I'm drinking coffee and I'm like, it's okay to eat some peaches. I can have peaches. Even if they are in heavy syrup and there's a lot of sugar, it's okay to eat peaches, right? And there's nobody else here to answer me except my own disordered thoughts.